Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Laura Alvarado, and I help Fit Pros attract, convert, and retain clients so they can have more impact, income, and freedom. And in today's speed training, I'm going to be revealing how to launch a successful internal challenge. So it's summer right now, and typically what happens in summer, you get a lot of freeze or hold requests. Your clients tend to not be focused on their goals. They're traveling. They have a lot of things going on. So the purpose of an internal challenge is to not only keep your members engaged and moving forward towards their goals, but also to keep their membership active. So stay tuned. We're going to go through all the ins and outs of exactly how to plan it, how to market it, and how to sell it. All right, let's get started. So step number one is to decide on the length, and you have two different options. So you can either do a sprint, which would be anything less than 30 days, so 7, 14, 21, or 30 days, or a marathon. This could be 6 weeks. I've even done them up to 90 days, so the entire summer, June, July, and August to keep my members on track. Now, there are pros and cons to each of them. With a sprint, you need to make sure that you very strategically plan the dates, and we'll talk a little bit about this. So the risk that you run into is if it coincides with a vacation. Some of your members might say, well, I don't want to do it because I'm going to be traveling or something of that nature, but it is also a shorter amount of time. So for some of your members, it's easier to stay focused for a shorter amount of time. Now, again, on a longer amount of time, it eliminates a lot of the excuses. It can help keep them on track throughout the entire summer, especially if you're providing resources for at-home workouts or how to work out if they're traveling. And it's a great way to keep people engaged for the entire summer. However, it can be hard to keep the momentum and motivation going. So decide on the length that's going to work best for you and your business. So I want you to think about what have been some of the most successful internal challenges that you've done in the past. And I always like to sort of model success. Now, one of the questions I get asked a lot is, what should I charge for this? And I don't usually charge for this. I use it as a gift to my members. Now's a great time to say thank you for supporting me throughout the pandemic. But you can still monetize it by using upsells, selling supplements. There's a lot of different ways where you can monetize a challenge, even if it's free for your members to join. Now, if you are going to charge for it, I recommend also opening it up to the public and then giving away for your members to earn it for free. So simply invite a friend who signs up and earn your challenge for free. This gives you free leads and gives an opportunity for your clients to get the challenge for free. So that's kind of my recommendation. All right, the next step is to choose the dates. And we talked about this a little bit, but you need to plan them strategically. So for sprints, I would plan it around the slowest times. For me, usually August is the slowest time of year, so that'd be a great time to do it. A lot of people are just really have lost their luster and their focus. You know, they're getting that last little drops of summer before school starts. So think about that. But you also want to plan around holidays. So make sure that you're not going to have a holiday right smack dab in the middle of your challenge that's going to make it difficult for members to stay on track, or think about when the majority of members are traveling. So if a lot of your members are traveling during a specific month, especially if you're doing a sprint, this might not be the best option. So choose the dates that you're going to launch your challenge. Number 3 is to collect some prizes. So this is going to be an awesome motivation for your members to participate in the challenge. And I'm going to give you some tips for prizes. The first thing is to do a poll in your group. Whatever you think your members may want for a prize might not be the top prize. So especially if you're going to be coming out of pocket and purchasing something, I would recommend doing a poll in your members group and asking, hey, which prizes would you most like to earn? The top prizes for me have always been cash or winning a certain number of free months or a discount on their membership. Now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about how the pros and cons of that and what to make sure you're doing if you're going to be giving away free membership, especially to somebody who's already been paying you. And you can also collect donations. So if you have businesses that you're partnered with, spa gift certificates, I've done float spa, restaurant gift certificates, go out into your community and see who might want to trade for some prize donations. You can donate a limited membership, which would obviously be great for you. It gives you free leads in exchange for a donation from their business. It's great if you can have more than one prize because people are more likely to participate if they feel like they have better chances of winning. Some tips. So more chances to win equals a higher participation. My challenges, I typically don't let them score points, or the winner isn't determined by whomever loses the most amount of weight. The goal here is to keep them engaged. So you want to think things that are fun, things that are going to help contribute to everybody's health. What you don't want is someone to say, I'll never be the winner. I'll never lose the most amount of weight, so I'm not even going to try. So more chances to win equal higher participation, choosing a variety of ways for them to win, which I'll talk about in just a second, and having multiple prizes. And then you can also create a scenario where everyone's a winner. So you could have a small prize for anyone who just completes the challenge, especially if you're doing one of those marathon challenges that are 6 to 90 days. Anybody who completes the challenge, meaning all of the steps, and some of those things could be things like complete 3 workouts a week, or, log your food this many times a week, whatever it is. So if you just complete the bare minimum criteria to finish the challenge, you could win a prize. Limited edition swag, so like t-shirts or sweatshirts, tank tops, things you can only get through this challenge work great, or something small, a piece of equipment that you'd like to incorporate, like a booty band or something of that nature. Cooler cups have worked really well. So something small that's not going to cost you a lot of money for anybody who just completes the challenge. So now that you've selected some prizes, step number 4 is to plan out your challenge in advance. So how are the participants going to score points? And we talked about this a little bit. I would create a variety of ways. So things like check-ins, doing a review, posting on social media. Not all of your clients are going to feel comfortable doing these type of things. So I would also have things like completing a weekly challenge, for example, drinking a certain number of water or doing this amount of daily steps. Watching a video, they can just comment with emoji if they watch it, sharing a post, meal prepping. Again, not everybody's great at meal prepping. Not everyone's great at taking pictures of their food. So you want to have a variety of ways for your members to score points so that everyone can score points in some way, regardless of what their strong suits are. So make a list of the ways that participants are going to score points. So then you want to think about, are there specific points that they need just to be eligible to win? So remember how I told you I did that 90-day, 3-month-long challenge for the entire summer. Now my prize was actually, I think, a 6-month membership, so 6 months free. So I had basically a bare minimum what they had to do to be eligible to win, which is complete 12 workouts per month. I did it per month instead of per week in case they were traveling so they could make them up. They had to weigh in every month, and then they had to create a monthly micro goal. The reason I do a micro goal is because some people don't want a goal centered around fat loss. So whether this was just to, drink enough water every day, or maybe something fitness related, I want to be able to do 10 push-ups, they had to create a micro goal for each month. All right, and then there was bonus points. Now, if you notice, all of my bonus points are centered around what? Getting me leads. If I'm going to give away a 6-month membership, then I better be generating leads from it so that I can increase my revenue instead of decreasing my revenue by taking away membership dues from somebody who's already paying me, right? So bonus points were all centered around ways for me to get leads, reviews, check-in, referrals, sharing posts, right? So I had a variety of things, and each month there was a checklist of things that they could do in order to score points. Again, you don't have to structure your challenge this way, especially if you're doing one of the sprint challenges, I would include a variety of ways for them to schedule points that don't just have to do with marketing. They can also be some fun things as well. All right, some tips. Again, not everybody feels comfortable with everything, especially when it comes to selfies or social media. So I would not make that a requirement, but it could be involved or tied to bonus points. And then play to everybody's strengths. Some people are better with nutrition. Some people are better at executing workouts. So you want to make sure that you have a variety of ways for people to score points. And then these resources are for my accelerator clients. So I'm going to skip over those. All right, so think about what actions have you used in the past for challenges, what's been successful and what hasn't. If there was something that not a lot of people participated in, eliminate it and try and replace it with something else. So I always like to look at previous data. If it's your first time doing one, use some of the examples that I have recommended. All right, step number 5, you want to gather all of your different resources. So I always like to do a project plan, and spending a little bit of time on the front end figuring out all the steps or what do I need to do is going to save you time at the back end. What most of you are probably doing is going, okay, I'm going to do this challenge. I'm going to launch it in a couple weeks. And then the week before is crazy. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Oh crap, I forgot to do that, which stresses yourself out, stresses your team out, stresses your members out. You feel disorganized. So I like to start off with a project plan and think about what marketing materials do I need? Do I need to hire someone on Fiverr to create a logo for this, or to create a flyer, or to create a Facebook cover photo, right? What is my launch marketing going to look like? Do I need to write a text or email campaign? Or am I going to be doing Facebook Lives? If so, what days am I going to be doing them, right? So how am I going to launch this and let my members know about it? Then you also need to think about your fulfillment, right? So are you going to assign everybody an accountability coach? How are you going to track all the check-ins or the points? Who's going to be responsible for that? Do you have a spreadsheet? Are you going to be putting out daily motivational posts or emails? If so, do we need to write them in advance, right? And then organization. How am I going to roll this out to my team? Make sure that they can effectively answer questions from the members, that they understand what's going to happen. So again, spending a little bit of time on the front end, planning all of this out helps you not only not wait till the last minute, but also spread out your tasks, right? So you're not doing all this the week before you launch. Step number 6 is to market it. And I always think, especially with internal challenges, that a lot of gym or studio owners do not market effectively, meaning they just sort of announce it in one or two ways, and then participation is really low. So you want to go crazy with your marketing. I recommend emailing your members, texting them about it, doing a Facebook Live, doing a Facebook event that you actually invite them to, announce it after your sessions, put up signs. So I put up signs in our bathroom. I put it up in the lobby. I also hand out flyers as people are leaving, right? I can do all this and still members will say, hey, I didn't know about it. So you want to market across a variety of platforms. So whatever your member likes to check, they're going to get the communication, they're going to know about the challenge, and they're going to participate in it. All right, so if this is helpful, I want to invite you to join my free community for gym and studio owners. In this community, I have weekly trainings like this every single week. They're on demand, which means you can stream them directly from the group. You don't have to opt in or give me your information. And so the goal of the group is simply to help you grow and scale your fitness business and to provide you with all the tools and resources you need in order to do that. All right, guys, I look forward to seeing you in the next video with more tips on how to grow and scale your fitness business. Bye.